How we doing? This is the week 12 breakdown for all you fuckers out there. If you guys didn't check this morning, we had someone else make playoffs. That means they successfully avoided the tattoo. And to be honest with you, it's the best manager in the league. And I'm surprised it took him so long to make playoffs, but made playoffs. All right, moving on. First matchup that really kind of set me off. I wouldn't say set me off, got me off. Anyway, was Troy versus David. Purple Drank versus Unknown Pine Cones. David is just struggling lately, just cannot get it together. I don't know if it's just lack of focus, what it is, but he has lost 2 straight weeks. Granted, he's lost to probably the best manager in the league and then Troy, but and then AP and Chris Johnson both got hurt. This is shaping out the way it needs to shape out, and I appreciate every second that David is down. Also, I just want to go into that and make fun of a couple moves Troy made. Of course, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so Mario Manningham, good call. Des Bryant for 2, nice. What else we got? Bad. No, I mean he's sitting on the waivers and he's playing guys that no one else thinks to play, and that's why Troy is successful. People like Josh, people like Sweeney need to take some notes because Troy knows how to play waivers. All right, so moving on, we got next big deal, I guess, was the fact that Sweeney lost to Spud, basically securing his spot in last place. So Sweeney's in last place going to the playoffs, which means he's the favorite for the tattoo. For some reason, and I don't know what, and I don't mean to be rude, but Brett Favre every week, huh? I mean, Colt McCoy gets more points than that. Sean Hill, another one that's outscored him. I mean, all you have to do is basically pay attention and click a button, and you would have probably won a couple more games. But it's all right. You didn't do it. And I feel bad because I told him to start Steven Jackson because it was his first-round draft pick, and Steven Jackson got him 6.6. So, even the best manager in the league, it's not always right. Okay. Spud. All right. Well, Spud has to play me next week, and I mean, if Ahmad Bradshaw, Rashard Mendenhall show up, Matt Schaub, Reggie Wayne, and Matt Ryan all show up, you might only lose by 20. All right. Next, we got Bowens and Dustin. And Bowens snapping his 4-game losing streak to beat Dustin, and that's probably because Frank Gore managed to break his hip. Ouch. Also, Anquan Bolden has a total of 8 points in the last 4 weeks, but yet has started every week for Bowens. That's awesome. Keep that up. What else we got going? Darren McFadden is starting to kind of fizzle out finally, which is perfect with me. Probably fantasy pickup for the year was Peyton Hillis, and that's Bowens. So that's just him paying attention. Hopefully he can beat Mullenhoff next week so I can get 3rd place because that would be perfect. Let's go into Mullenhoff's matchup because he is just rolling with the Chiefs again lately. Matt Castle for 28, Dwayne Bowe for 35. That's outrageous. There's no explanation for that. And, of course, they got Denver next week, which assuming that they're going to be down because Kansas City's awful, he's going to put up that type of numbers again. So hopefully Bowens can find the answer for that. Not Bowens. Well, yeah, Bowens next week. But you played Palmer. I don't know if I said that earlier. Palmer. 97 points. Nope, 98. I'll give you 98. Green Ellis was your best player this week. You could have gotten Green Ellis last week off of waivers if you wanted to. Sam Bradford obviously went for 24, and I mean that's been probably his best play this entire year. It's not looking good for him. I really the Sweeney-Palmer matchup next week is going to be interesting because it's the people that, honestly, God, between those two teams, there is every player that used to be good on those two people's rosters. So, what else? The last matchup that really mattered was mine with Josh. I feel bad being Josh because, Josh is just sweating bullets every night, coming home, checking his fantasy, not changing anything because that's not his style, but he is checking it, sweating bullets, bribing people, trying to get trades, trying to do 1-week trades, and thinking I won't notice and punish him for it. But the thing is, he also, he traded for T.O. from me, and T.O. got him 1 point. So I kind of feel guilty, but I kind of saw it coming. That's why I wanted to trade him. But at the same time, I played Keelan Williams for 2 points. So not everyone's perfect. And next week, I think I've spoken about most of the matchups. You got me and Spud. Spud needs to win. Not only does he need to win, he's got to have Troy lose to Josh, and he's got to beat Josh by 18 points. So he has to hope that he scores probably like 130, thinking that Josh is going to score maybe about 100, and that would put Spud into 6th place. Assuming that Bowens, actually I think Bowens most likely has it because he has a fair amount of points. So Bowens is pretty much locked up 5 or 6, depending if he wins or not this week. So it's between Troy. It's Troy's spot to lose, really. If Troy loses, then it's Josh's. If Josh also, if Josh gets beat out by 18 points by Spuds, then Spud. So it's really Spud, Josh, Troy for that 6th spot. I'm glad I could make that as confusing as possible, but that's the way it's going to be. Which makes it so Sweeney and Palmer, and between Spud, Josh, and Troy, who's going to be that last spot. You got to think Sweeney's the favorite. You really do. And that I feel bad because I haven't collected his $50 yet. So I'm gonna go to his house really and be like, Sweeney, I need $50. Oh, and by the way, here's my friend, the tattoo artist, and he's gonna put a unicorn with a massive dick on your ass. So that's pretty much the Week 12 breakdown and the Week 13 preview. I look forward to this next week, and it's been a blast hanging out with you guys, and I hope there's football next year because I want to do this again as soon as possible. Deuces.